Hey, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is right now at your home. This is Ryan Derks, and I have a little portfolio update for the investors of Derks Financial. As you know, before we get into it, this isn't investment advice. This is just commentary. If you want investment advice, you need to be a client, and you need to do more than just sit there and watch this on YouTube. Okay, so now that we've covered the legal compliance piece, we have 5 stocks with some updates, and I'm going to go start off with United Health. So United Health, they had their earnings about 4 weeks ago. Not bad. They had 12% growth year over year. However, it wasn't just enough. They wanted it to be about 13% year over year. So don't forget, though, don't discount how important this is, that their earnings per share increased way more than expected, which that is so important because earnings per share, as I've told many of you, that's where executives at companies can do a lot of accounting tricks to make the company or the stock look a lot stronger than it is. So United Health still on a good trajectory, even though the stock is basically flat for the year. It fell apart right here. This is where they reported earnings. So again, not bad, just slightly not as good as they wanted. I would be happy if I had a business that was growing 12% year over year. So next company, Ferrari. You guys, Ferrari is killing it. They basically had year over year growth across the board in electric cars, in gasoline cars, every nation, I should say every continent except for China. But that's to be expected because they've said that for a long time. They're not focusing on China too much. But their margins are growing, their profit revenue is growing, their earnings per share is growing. I continue to be blown away at how strong of a stock, how strong of a company Ferrari is. And so year to date, up 18%. We are super happy about that. Next, Microsoft. Now this one was a head scratcher. Microsoft had killer earnings. Revenue up 19% year over year. Operating income up 30%. Net income up 34%. Earnings per share up 36%. Their cloud, which is where all of the tech companies are really starting to focus, their cloud services up 47%. And the stock dropped off a cliff. Like, man, crazy stock market, man. So year to date, Microsoft is just down a little bit, down 3%. But you guys know Microsoft. We know Microsoft. They're not going anywhere. Super happy with them still. ADP. ADP had 8% year over year revenue reported. Earnings per share up 10%. Killer. We love ADP. They're up 6% this year. Again, just so consistent. We love them. Next, Visa. I don't think a lot of people have been looking towards Visa lately, but you guys, they had their earnings, gosh, when did this come out? January 30th, 2.5 weeks ago. Basically across the board, everything up. Number of transactions up 13% year over year. Free cash flow is up 50%. And that doesn't even sound right. That's such a giant jump. Free cash flow is the amount of money you have at the end of each day or month after you pay your bills and pay your employees and whatnot. How much money's left in the bank? Visa is up 50% on how much they have. So are they raising fees? Are they cutting expenses? Maybe it's a little of everything and new revenue sources. But Visa is killing it, up 12% this year. So again, super happy with them. And honestly, guys, that's all I got for you. You know, I like to keep these really short and to the point. I just want to make sure you guys know how the stocks and the companies that we own are doing. There's probably 10 or 15 other stocks that various clients of you all have in your portfolio that we talk about, but these are the core holdings that we want to make sure we go over. Aside from that, there's not much else. We know that the new White House is really shaking things up. That will affect stock prices a lot right now. And then the other thing is the White House is going to, modify the tax code. The Trump tax cuts from Trump's first term expire this year, so we should expect a big tax package to come through that will certainly affect our stock prices. So honestly, that's all I got for you right now, though. You guys call me, email me. I'm here for you. I love talking to you, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.